just like to welcome you to the 2020 Leeds Rhinos Annual Awards. Hope you're all okay. Hope you're having a nice build up to Christmas. Goodness me, we've missed you this year, but hope you're safe and well. We just want to thank you. Before I'm joined by my co-host, just want to thank you for your fantastic support. This year has been a strange old year, but the support of all our members, all our sponsors, all our partners, all our friends and families, you've played a huge part, and you're a massive part of everything that the club is about. So thank you for that. And tonight we're going to recognise some achievements on and off the field. And without further ado, will be joined by my co-host, Mr. Titanium. Put your hands together at home and welcome Jimmy Peacock.
Cheers up.
That's what we do in these socially distanced times. Well, Jay, obviously it's been a strange old year, hasn't it?
I don't think strange quite covers it, Rob, to be honest, but yeah, it certainly has. And I think if we're all sat here a year ago, December 2019, thinking 2020 is going to be my year, no one knew what was going to come. But for me, it's about focusing on the positives. I think back about the year now, and for me, some things that stand out are all the volunteering everybody did, or the clapping for the NHS. Remember that all coming together as communities. And I think it was amazing to see that. And I think we were resilient as a group, certainly within the city of Leeds. You know, I was involved in it, the Leeds Foundation, going around and making sure people are okay and helping them. And I think in a team, you all pulled together to make sure you help each other. And we saw that, I think, in society over the last 10 months. And I think that's the one bright thing to come out of this year, is that helping each other and making sure everybody's safe and okay.
Good stuff and well said. And the Rhinos, again, a difficult year, you know, with COVID, pre-COVID, looked like we'd got things together. It's been a great year, culminating in that fantastic win at Wembley.
Yeah, I think let's go right back to round one now, and we're thinking maybe this might not be the best year of all time after the defeat by Hull. And I think the Challenge Cup victory was just outstanding. It was an outstanding performance. With a semi-final outstanding performance before that. A kind of standout for me though really would be a couple of games before the lockdown happened, because for me, we've had lots of games this year, but we've never had any events. Well, we've had two events, and two events were the Toronto game, when the stadium was full and pumping, but then the Warrington game just before lockdown for me, because at that point, me and you after the game, we just witnessed Headingley alive again, you know, back to the old days where the crowd's fully behind us and they're really on with the team. And we said to each other, I think this team's got a chance of going on and winning something. So for me, that was the best part of it, best part of the season. The winning the Challenge Cup was fantastic, but because the crowd was there, everybody was involved, every single stakeholder that you thanked was there that day, pumping behind the team, and I can't wait to see that again in 2021.
Thanks, JP. Completely agree with you. Let's get into the award ceremony, and first up is Clubman of the Year.
You know, we've had a fantastic year on the field. We've also had a fantastic year off it, and it's been difficult for everyone, but everyone's stepped up, and there's been some really, really great performances. Sam Horner in our foundation, there's Sue Ward, Sarah Tate, Leanne Flynn, Phil Daly, Paul McKay-Webster have all been brilliant for us off the field and around the club. But there is only one winner in 2020. We were delighted when this guy came back to the club in 2018, as I'm sure everybody was. He's an absolute diamond around the place. He's absolutely brilliant on and off the field. It's great to have him back. He's had a momentous year, and we'll talk a bit about that later. But there was only one Clubman of the Year in 2020, and it is Sir Kevin Sinfield. So Kevin, we'll come on to your running in a bit, but first of all, it's been a difficult, challenging year, but a great year.
Yeah, just got to say, I'm delighted to get the award. I just think, you look down the list of former winners, and it's star-studded with some greats of the club, and I don't just mean from a playing perspective either. There's so many great people who've won it, so thank you. It has been a big year. It's been a tough year. We've missed our sponsors, we've missed our supporters, we've missed families being at the games, and it's thrown a whole host of different challenges for all of us. But on the field, we're certainly growing, we're getting better. To pick some silverware up for the first time in 3 years has been really special for us, and really, really optimistic about next year.
Yeah. And the group, the rugby department, you're happy with where we are, and we've got a really good set of lads, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we put a lot of time and effort and work into sort of helping that grow and prosper. And Richard's done a wonderful job, as of the rest of the rugby staff, and the players have grabbed hold of it and been fantastic. So I'm delighted to see our young players and watch their progress, and now they've had a taste of winning a cup final. I hope it whets the appetite like it has done previously. So some real optimism. I think we'll be better again next year. We're improving, and hopefully we'll be challenging again.
Good stuff. And you like being around? There's only one club for you, pal, isn't there?
Yeah, very much so. I've been here since we're 13, so I had a couple of years away, which I felt actually was a really good thing for me. But to come back has been brilliant. It's been difficult. It's been tough. We've certainly had some challenges throughout that time, but I really feel we're on the right path now, and really looking forward to the next couple of years.
And the 7 in 7 challenge, obviously that was born out of a really deep-rooted friendship, and obviously Rob's in everyone's thoughts. A fantastic effort from you physically. How was that?
Brilliant. Best week of my life. The team we put together have been wonderful. The club, our supporters, sponsors, everybody's got behind it, and I can't thank people enough. I think one of the greatest things you can do in your life is make a difference in some way to people who are less fortunate than yourself, and this was born out of something I was trying to do for Rob, for a mate, and to make sure that Christmas was good for him, and that he was comforted by the fact that financially they were okay as a family moving forward. Nobody could have dreamt what happened then, and the support has been incredible, the messages, the money, over 2.5 million. I can't thank people enough, because you're going to change some people's lives and help people's lives, so thank you.
Brilliant. It was such a good effort, and it was so good seeing you trot around the streets of Leeds and Saddleworth. And how does the body after that? How does Kevin Sinfield recover?
I'm all right. I feel pretty lucky I got through, pretty unscathed, and there's a few bumps and bruises, but a little bit of a tender Achilles, but I reckon someone was looking out for us, and it was great that we got it done. And it was one of those, if I'd have had to crawl to finish it, I would have done, but that 4 hours I felt was crucial when we'd committed to it, and we certainly weren't going to give any money back, so we had to just get it done.
It was brilliant. Well, I think I talk on behalf of everyone how proud we are that Kev's our director of rugby. It's a great award for you. It's fully deserved, but what you did for Rob, honestly, it touched everyone in the country and wider afield in the world. So congratulations, Kev. Absolutely brilliant effort. That said, I think you're taking a bit far. I mean, these are the awards today, and Kev's needs to get on a run. He says I need to do a bit of running, so he needs to get off and do some running now. So, Kev, all the best with that. Congratulations on a fabulous award. Well done, Kev.
Have a great Christmas. I'm off.
So well deserved that Clubman of the Year. There was only one winner, wasn't there? And I know he's someone who's very dear to your heart, and you played a bit of a part in that run too.
Yeah, it's a very, very small part of that. I think I helped him out on the 4th and 5th day, just for half a marathon. I thought what Kev achieved was just incredible, absolutely incredible. It's mind-blowing, actually, how much money was actually raised, and what he went through as a person to do that. I've run a marathon myself, I know how difficult to do it, but then to do 7 back-to-back in those times was just unbelievable. I think words fail me. They failed Boris, didn't they, the other day when he was looking for the right words for Kev as well. And I just think as well, just on a different note, a clubman is also what you're doing in and around the club. And I think one of the reasons why the club has been successful during COVID is the steady hand that Kev brings, the skill he has as a rugby director. So it's not only about what he's achieved for Rob, but it's his abilities as a rugby director, why he's Clubman of the Year.
Completely. Right, let's get into the Leeds Building Society Try of the Year. I just want to thank our main partners, the fantastic partners. They've been our partners for over 17 years now. Absolutely brilliant main club sponsors of ours. Richard Fearon, their chief exec. His unwavering support of the Rhinos has been huge for us this year. So thank you to everyone from Leeds Building Society. And the Try of the Year, I think many of you have seen it online. It's been online all week. Let's have a look at the 10 tries now, and then we'll tell you who's won. And Jay, as a try-scoring machine, before we get to the 1, 2, 3 of that try, you're looking at me hair for?
I thought you were going grey.
I am going grey. I'm going really grey. Is that light? You can talk.
That's what I can say.
So before we get into that, as a try-scoring machine yourself, what was your favourite ever try that you scored?
I know you're saying that this a little bit tongue-in-cheek, Rob, but 20 years ago, almost to the day, I was the top try scorer for England in the World Cup. 6 tries in 4 games against the well-known rugby league heavyweights of Ireland, Russia and Tonga. So there you go.
They'll never take that away from you, Jay.
I might have been Fiji. No, Fiji or Tonga anyway. One of those two. Yeah, they can never take it away from me. My favourite try ever would be the one, I think it was from about, as I remember it, it was the semi-final against St Helens in 2015 to get to the Challenge Cup final, try complete the treble. And as I remember it, I remember catching the ball under my own sticks and going 105 metres to score, sidestepping and swerving and chipping and then scoring under the post. Do you remember it that way?
I was behind the sticks that day, and I've looked back. I thought it was about, when you talked about it, I thought you said it were about 45 metres. I've looked back. It's 21. It's 21 metres I've looked.
Robbie killed me there.
It's a great try, though. I tell you what it was. It was an important try, wasn't it?
Yeah, but and the two, who made that? There's 2 players, Callum Watkins and Rob Burrows. So it was great to get it off them. But yeah, I don't normally score any tries further out than like 3 metres. So 21 metres, I'll take that.
I liked it. And today's winner, well, in third place first, Liam Sutcliffe. That was a great try. Ash Hanley got tackled 14 times and ended up taking a massive divot with his knee at a very cold Wakefield. I'll never forget that. Luke Briscoe was second with his try against Huddersfield. That was a really good, he took that so well. Really good finish. But the winner, I think there was only one winner, and I think we'd all agree, and everyone at home would agree, Richie Milers against Toronto from a Luke Gale magic reverse flick pass. Great try.
Wonderful try, really wonderful try, and really start the resurgence of the Rhinos, wasn't it, the Toronto game? So yeah, it was great to see it, and a great try between 2 halfbacks at the time.
And congratulations, Rich, you've been brilliant for us this year. Right, on to the next award. So the next award this evening is the Yorkshire Evening Post Shooting Star. And this is to recognise some of our younger players who have made their way into the first team squad and had a great year. And there's been some really good performances this year, haven't there?
Yeah, I think it's been great. It's been opportunity, hasn't it? I think that's been the good thing with so many games stacked, one after the other. The youngsters have got their chance. I know the A team hasn't been played in the reserves this year, but the opportunity they've got because of the congested season has been outstanding. I think there's been some outstanding performances as a collective from the youngsters this year.
Yeah, and it was good to see. And as always, we've done this award for 22 years, and we've got a fantastic partnership with the Yorkshire Evening Post, give us great coverage, and their senior rugby league sports reporter. Got to introduce Peter Smith, or Scoop, as we officially know him. Peter, come forward. So Pete, just a word about the award itself and your take on the season 2020.
I think it's been a terrific season, certainly in comparison with the last couple of difficult years. There was lots to smile about. I think the big thing for me was the Rhinos played entertaining rugby. They were enjoyable to watch. Winning games helped, of course. I don't think anyone went into the season really expecting to come away with silverware. I think probably a top 5 place would have sufficed for most people, but I managed to do that and win the Challenge Cup, which was a fantastic achievement. The semi-final win over Wigan was particularly memorable, I thought. I think that's the best Leeds have played for a very long time, particularly in the first half in appalling conditions. It was near faultless wet weather performance, and then played the full part in a very dramatic Challenge Cup final. The award, I think, one of the toughest ones to pick we've had this year. I think any of the 4 nominees could have won it. The nominees were Michalewski, Alex Sutcliffe, Cameron Smith and Tommy Holroyd. All made an impression this year. But do you want me to announce the winner?
The winner?
The winner is Alex Sutcliffe.
And very much deserved. Alex, come forward. Alex, we've excused him his jacket because he had a shoulder. Big crowd in here tonight. Big crowd in here. We've excused him his jacket because he's had a shoulder operation yesterday. First of all, how was that?
Yeah, it's getting there. It's a bit sore, a bit tired. I've not really slept much, but I'm all right. Yeah.
Good stuff, and congratulations.
Thank
a
you very
fantastic
much.
2020. Can you quite believe when you set out pre-season, back end of 2019, your own personal goals, what you expected from the year?
Personally, I just thought I'd have a game here and there, really, and I've played a lot more than what I thought I'd play. Especially, I didn't think to win a Challenge Cup final or even include anywhere near a Challenge Cup final. So, yeah, I'm over the moon, really.
And you've had a great year. Tough tackling back row, eh? That's how you see yourself?
Yeah, definitely. Especially in a few years' time, I'd love to play back row and stamp my place in the back row spot. But yeah, I quite pride myself in my defence, so I wouldn't mind being called a tough tackling back row in the future.
You deserve this award, pal. It makes me feel old, this, because I look at players as like similar age to myself, but Alex went to school with my daughter, so I've known him all my life. But congratulations, pal. Really, really diamond of a guy, leads through and through and loves the club. So well done. Just a word from Jay about Alex. Tough, in he, and like gets stuck in. It's just what the crowd like to see here.
Yeah, he's been outstanding this year. I just think he's one of those players. Sometimes you get the young players who come on and just want to take part, right? Alex comes on and wants to make a difference, plays with passion, plays with commitment. A little bit like how Harry Newman played when he made his debut season, in terms of his commitment and enthusiasm and effort. And I think that's what people want to see as a senior player. That's what you want from youngsters when they come in there, to come on, make a difference, and don't respect reputations, make them other senior players earn it.
Good stuff. We wish you all best for 2021. Let's have a look at Alex's best bits. So now we come to the culmination of the award ceremony, and the prestigious Player of the Year. Means a lot. Top winners, and it's no coincidence, you won it 3 times, Kev's won it 3 times, Rob, Danny, true legends of the club have won this award, so there is plenty of recognition with it.
Yeah, I think it's a great award to win as an individual. Often, the sides I played in at the Rhinos, there's been loads of good players within there. So to be nominated the best player within that squad is a real achievement, and it is a prestigious award. And one, you're more bothered about team awards. You want to win the Challenge Cup, you want to win the grand final. But if this comes along as well, you're more than taken. It's something you can be proud of once you've finished playing.
Great stuff. So let's get a word from our head coach and what a year he's had and what a difference he's made to our setup here at the Rhinos. Put your hands together. Welcome our head coach, Richard Agar. So, Rich, congratulations on a great 2020. What a strange and what a year it's been.
Yeah, it's been a very different year, obviously, with the COVID break and I guess the circumstances that it threw us towards the end of the year. Allied with a Challenge Cup run, but nonetheless, we feel that we've clearly made strides on the field and off the field, I think too. And we've had a really enjoyable year and looking forward to building on it next year.
Good stuff. And like if you cast your mind back, we touched on it earlier, just pre-COVID, we looked like we'd got it really somewhat bubbling lovely.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit. How was that for you as a coach, and how did you manage that?
Well, difficult one really, because we felt we were flying before the break. Really in the groove, playing some great football. I think we were second in the league with a couple of games in hand. So the break certainly came at the wrong time for us. And then, it's an often used phrase. We were in uncharted waters when we come back from the COVID break. So that one out to us all in how to handle such a long break with such a limited preparation. And then within that, again, the fixture congestion that came around, allied to the Challenge Cup, allied to going to games sort of not quite knowing who were in your team, and teams dropping out because of track and trace and things like that. So yeah, it were a very, very difficult and unusual set of circumstances. But I think the bigger picture for us is we got ourselves back up among among the playoff places and managed to come up with some silverware along the way. So yeah, looking forward, as I say, Rob, to try and move us forward that extra step or two more. But nonetheless, I think we've given ourselves a really good foundation to build off, both from a rugby league point of view, what we've been seeing on the field, but certainly behind the scenes too, in terms of the foundations we've laid and the standards that we've set for ourselves culturally.
Fantastic. And the highlight for you, big day, wasn't it, at Wembley? It's not that long ago. We were talking, it was 7 weeks ago. Seems like a lifetime ago, doesn't it? But that was a great day for the club. Strange with no crowd, but still a huge event for us.
Yeah, well, I think walking out to silence at Wembley is a very strange and weird sort of feeling. But nonetheless, regardless of all the circumstances around it, winning the Challenge Cup were very special for us as individuals and collectively. Very privileged to be part of a team that's won a trophy at this fantastic club. So while the post game were very, very different. The bottom line for us is that we achieved together, regardless of the inability to have our friends, family and our fans celebrate it with us at the time. That time will come, but yeah, a great moment for us and a wonderful bus trip home we had.
Yeah, and a few of them were still in kit, weren't they?
Yeah, well, because obviously we'd nowhere to go, the celebration stayed on in the Wembley changing room, which are probably the best changing rooms you've ever been in. So we had an hour and a half of, getting the tunes on, and they had a little drink together and taking the photos with a cup till the Wembley stewards turfed us out. We got on the bus, and the boys didn't really get time to get showered and changed, so they came home in the kit with the boots on the bus, socially distanced on the bus, of course.
Fantastic. And you've been brilliant for us, Rich. But the awards tonight, let's get into that. Background, who votes? How tight was the voting?
Yeah, well, we have a voting system, but of course, to sort of get away from that fact that sometimes your last 4, 5, 6 weeks can be very prominent, the players vote for each other week in, week out. The senior group rate each other and the players rate each other. So we have a system where we take the votes in, but we also look back to the weekly consistency marks that we get. Quite incredible, really, the voting this year, because third and fourth were highly dominated by 2 players, and only a point separated it. And the same went for 1 and 2. Pretty much every person voted for the same 1 and 2, just in a little bit of a different order, and both positions were absolutely split neck and neck. So fourth position who missed out by a vote, but we'll give him a mention, were Richie Myler. Who obviously at the start of the year, there's probably a lot of speculation and conjecture about Rich's position in the club and where he'd play. And I thought the way he attacked that challenge, if you like, and reinvented himself into a guy that played number 14 for us, played a bit of hooker, played in the halves, but memorably played fullback and came up with a Leinster trophy to his name as well. He's a real credit to Rich, and he's just missed out by the narrowest of margins, really.
Okay. And third?
Third, this guy joined us at the start of the year, and we felt he were a player that would certainly fill some voids for us. He very quickly assumed the captaincy of the club and did it magnificently throughout the year. Led the players, played really confidently. Obviously, his kicking game were a major factor in some of our best performances. His individual efforts, notably Wigan in the Challenge Cup semi-final, and I think 3 games where he's come up with a clutch moment, and the drop goal in particular, the Challenge Cup final at Wembley. And after an injury layoff of a couple of years where he's not played too much, I thought the way that he recovered from that, integrated into his new club, led from the front, and came up with some brilliant individual performances, as well as being the pinnacle of our teamwork at number 7.
Third place. He's give it away, hasn't he? Put your hands together. Luke Gale.
Cheers. Thank you.
Get the magic stick. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations on a great year, Luke. How's it been settling in, first of all, to your boyhood club?
Yeah, first of all, it's been a great year. When the move come about, there were a lot of speculation at first, and I live in Rothwell. It's kind of on the border, and I had a fair bit of abuse from both sides. So, no, first of all, I settled in the club real well. It's been a good year, and it's been successful as well. On and off the field, I think the stuff we did in pre-season brought the lads together, the spirit of the Rhino stuff, and that showed throughout the year really. And first year at the club, and we managed to get some silverware as well. And I just think how much the team's come on, how much we've improved from the last couple of years as well. I'm proud to be part of it, and I think we've got loads left in us.
Good stuff, and it has certainly like culminated in that Challenge Cup, that drop goal. What's going through your mind? I know it was a big day for you.
Look, we mentioned the semi-final. That were almost that were like a final in toughness as well. It was a real tough game, and we got to the Challenge Cup final. Strange circumstances. It was so strange. We were kind of coasting, playing real well the first 40 minutes, and then the second 40 minutes were just a bit of a disaster. And I honestly thought we'd thrown it away, but we managed to get ourselves back into it. Look, I know there's tries in us. I can remember saying to Richie, he dropped that one. I said to him behind post, Richie, you'll get us one back here, you'll win this game. He got us one back and missed the first one. Rich has been saying to me a few times this year, Sutties you get out, and I've not used him once. I've not used him once, and I think he come on with a message, Sutties you get out again. But no, there were no way Sutton would get ball, and luckily, thankfully, it went over. And it were a strange moment. It was one of them where I kind of knew the game went over, and there was still a few minutes left, and the emotion when it finally the whistle went, and the bus trip home was fantastic, and there were memories that will last with me for a lifetime. So we got kicked out of Wembley. Someone knocked on the door 2 hours later and said, "Look, lads, you're gonna have to go. Your time's up." So it's been a great year.
Good stuff. Well, fully deserved. Been brilliant for us. It's great that you're in the blue and amber. We wish you well for 2021, ladies and gents. Luke Gale.
Thank you. Cheers.
Right, Rich. Second place.
Second place, a very difficult one this. Went right to the wire. Big voting for both players, and as I say, only one vote separated it. Very contrasting players that have finished 1 and 2. But the guy that's come second has backed up a wonderful year last year. He was leading pretty much all of our offensive stats, so we're talking metres, tackle bust, line breaks, and obviously tries. I think his status, not within our team, but within the game, is growing. You know, he's scored tries on his left wing, scored tries popping up on the right side. He's a major aerial threat, and you know his presence is just growing with us all the time. So yeah, really, really tough one actually that he's missed out, because you know undoubtedly his form and his performances this year in a lot of years would have merited taking the award. But it's Ash Hanley.
Ladies and gents, second place, Ash Hanley. And as Richard said, so Ash won the Player of the Year award last year. Obviously scored some vital tries for us. Ash, congratulations, sir.
Thanks, Pat.
A good year, a different year. How was it from a player? You know, the downtime in lockdown. What did you do?
Just trained, really, mate. Just trained all the time. Woke up, trained, had some food, trained, and then trained again. That was it. Just wanted to get myself in good shape. You know, we'd just come off the back of a good pre-season. I felt like I were in good shape already, and I didn't. You know, we played a couple of games, and I didn't want to let it go. And you know, I could have done that. Could have sat back and done nothing, but I just thought I'd get myself in even better, shape when I come back, and then go from there.
And it certainly paid off. Top try scorer. Great year for us, as Rich said, an absolute major threat, our go-to threat in many areas. You must be pleased with your performances.
Yeah, I'm pleased with how I've gone, and backed up from last year, and I just want to, like you say about consistency, I want to, keep that up and keep pushing, and try and get in that England squad at the end of the year.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. And what about your favourite try that you scored?
I don't know really. I said about the Toronto one the other day, but that got chalked off, so it didn't actually count. But I ended up on the other side of the field. Just thought I'd push through, and I ended up getting the try. And I thought that were, just a bit of instinct and getting on the end of something. So I thought that was my best, but obviously it didn't count.
Yeah. Well, you set up one of the best tries of the town for Liam Sutcliffe, your good mate. You've created quite a nice partnership with him, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. I've enjoyed playing with Sutty back end of the year. He's gone really well, and I'm glad that he's got himself, settled down and he's got his head down and he's got playing well. So I've got a little partnership going on. I probably could have scored that try myself, but I thought I'd give him one because he gives me a few as well.
You got tackled 14 times, didn't you? Yeah, it's great. It was great. It was
not enough.
No, yeah, it's funny. Well, ladies and gents, it's been brilliant for us. An absolute nailed on one at first guys on team sheet for sure. Ladies and gents, the brilliant Ash Hanley.
Cheers. Thank you.
And so to the winner, Richard.
Yeah, again, another new signing to the club, which I think for Luke Gale to come in alongside this player and have the impact they've had in the first year, I guess reinforces all the reasons why why we felt these players would be a really good fit for the club. When we were looking at our recruitment at the end of the last year, we felt we needed a presence in the middle of the field, a guy, a little bit like the guy that stood next to me, that you knew every week what you were going to get. Regardless of who you were playing, what the conditions, what the stage of the game and stage of the season was. A player who's remarkable consistency and durability really marks him out really from the rest. So his ability to tackle in the middle of the field, lead our line speed, play enormous minutes in the most intense games, and he does it with the absolute minimum of fuss as well.
And the winner,
Matt Pryor.
He's been brilliant for us. Jay, just a word on Matt, because he took over the 10 shirt, and you're probably right in saying, to fill the 10 shirt, it takes some filling with people who previously played that spot, but he has been brilliant for us, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. He's been outstanding, and I agree with everything Richard said. I think the pack needed a player like him who's going to be 8 or 9 out of 10 every week. Everybody knows what he's going to deliver, and a player who's going to kind of embody all the hard work and just all the little bits that perhaps fans don't see. And if you're not a technician in the game, you don't really see, but the players appreciate alongside you. And I think every week he's been fantastic. And I think sometimes when you have that level of consistency, you don't get noticed. A little bit like James Roby at St Leonard's, because you play at 9 out of 10 every week. And I think Matt Pryor certainly brought that to the club.
Completely agree. Right, let's head over live to Sydney, where we've got a special guest, because Matt's over in Australia. Let's head over to Sydney. Special guest presenting the award to Matthew.
It's a great award to win. Pleasure to be sending next year. Coronavirus free.
Coronavirus free. It's good to be back in Australia. Good to catch up with you, and thanks everyone at Leeds, and thanks to Rhinos. Thanks to all the coaching staff, and thanks to you. It's really good.
Thanks to me too, mate.
Thanks.
Substitute. A great substitute. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, mate.
So that concludes the 2020 awards. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Hope you're safe and well. Thanks to Rich. We wish you well for the 2021 season. As always, JP, we'll see plenty of him in 2021. He'll be around the club as always. But just thanks to you. As I say, thanks for watching, but thanks for your support. I've said it a lot, but this is an absolutely fantastic club, and it's fantastic because of the people who are involved with it, and that's you at home watching. You're part of the Rhinos family. Thanks for your support. Thanks for your unwavering support in 2020. It really does mean a lot. Stay safe, have a fabulous Christmas, and look after yourself.